Let's dive into a book and read along. Let's dive into a book and read along. Let's dive into a book. Open up and take a look. Let's dive into a book and read along. Hi everybody, it's Miss Kyndra from Miss Kyndra's Story Corner. And as you can see, we have plenty of Christmas decorations up because this is a very special episode of Miss Kyndra's Story Corner. We're going to be reading a Christmas story, but not just any Christmas story. When I was a little girl, my dad used to come read us the most wonderful Christmas story, but it wasn't like anyone that you've ever known. We're actually from Louisiana, and Santa Claus looks a little different there. My dad used to come read The Cajun Night Before Christmas to my classes, and it's by Trosclair, and it's illustrated by James Rice. And he has volunteered to come read us this story today. So everybody welcome Mr. Sonny. Hi, Daddy.
Hey, sweetheart.
He's going to read us The Cajun Night Before Christmas.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here to read you a very different Christmas story. It's called The Cajun Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas. And all through the house, they don't a thing pass, not even a mouse. The cheering bin nuzzle good snug on the floor, and Mama passed the pepper through the crack on the dough. Then Mama in the fireplace done roast up the ham, stir up the gumbo and make bake the yam. Then out on the bayou they got such a clatter, make sound like old Boudreaux done fall off his ladder. I run like a rabbit to got to the door, and trip over the dog and fall on the floor. As I look out the door in the light of the moon, I think, man, you crazy or got old too soon. Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligator a-pulling the skiff, and a little fat drover with a long poling stick, and I know right away it's got to be old Saint Nick.
See the alligators here, and you see old Saint Nick there.
More faster and faster the gator they came. He whistled and hollered and called them by name. Hi, Gaston. Hi, T-Boy. Hi, Pierre and Alcé. G. Nunette. G. Suzette. Celeste and Renee. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Make crawl, alligator, and be sure you don't fall.
See the alligator on the roof? There's one climbing there, and there's old Saint Nick.
Like Canty-Flo's cat, to the treetop he fly, when them big old hound dog come a run himself by. Like that up the porch, them old gator they climb, with a skiff full of toy and St. Nicholas behind.
Trying to help Saint Nick up. It's one of my favorite pictures.
Then on top the porch roof, it sound like the hail, when all them big gator done sot down they tail. Then down the chimney I yelled with a bam, and St. Nicholas fall and sit on the yam. Sacre, he exclaimed, my pant got it hold. I done sot myself down on them red hot coals. He got on his foot and he jumped like a cat out to the floor where he landed with a splat. He was dressed in muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes is all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plaything he threw on his back. He looked like a burglar, and that's for a fact. His eyes how they shine, his dimple how merry. Maybe he been drink the wine from blackberry. His cheek was like rose, his nose like a cherry. On second thought, maybe he done lap up the sherry. With snow white chin, whisker, and quivering belly, he shook when he laughed like the strawberry jelly. But a wink in his eye and a shook of his head make my confidence that I don't got to be scared. He don't do no talking, going straight to his work. Put plaything in sock and then turn with a jerk. He put both his hand there on top of his head and cast his eye on the chimney and said, with all that fire and that burning hot flame, me I ain't going back by the way that I came.
I like how the gator looks like he's questioning it too.
So he run out the door and he climbed to the roof. He ain't no fool him for to make one more goof. He jump in his skiff and he crack his big whip. The gator move down and don't make one slip. And I hear him shout loud as a splashing he go. That's one of my favorite scenes.
It's pretty neat.
Merry Christmas to all, till I saw you some more. And there they go.
So Santa Claus in the bayou drives a skiff and 8 alligators instead of 8 reindeer.
And the main alligator, his name is Gaston.
Gaston. I do remember that.
Just a little picture of the little girl. And that is the end of the Cajun Night Before Christmas.
Thank you, Daddy, for coming in to read the Cajun Night Before Christmas.
I enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas. See you next year.